had a notebook, girl. Like it was serious. But
I'm really glad that you didn't murder me in the woods.
I'm really glad I decided not to.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Sitting on the Floor. My name is Kira.
My name is Bella.
And this is the show where we talk about anything and everything all at once. Was that good?
Yeah.
Today, we are going to be talking about creepypastas.
Or urban legends.
Legends.
It's like a mix-up between the two.
There are some that I used to think were real.
I still kind of think Slender Man is real. Just a little bit. Just like
I'm not even going to lie to you. Like, if there's any of them that would probably be real, it's that one.
That one, or not really a creepypasta, the urban legend. Do you remember Mama? Like the urban legend of Mama?
I saw the movie.
It's the same. It's based off the urban legend.
Yeah, that thing scared. That movie was terrifying.
I genuinely still kind of believe in that a little bit. Kind of creepy.
That one, and then the Russian sleep experiment I thought was real too, but it's not.
I hadn't heard of that in so long. Like I genuinely forgot that was a thing. Until you texted it to me.
There was like some of them that I like had completely forgotten about, and then I saw them, like the rake. I completely forgot about the rake. I didn't put that one on the list.
You know what's so crazy? I had thought about the Black-Eyed Children like probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. Out of nowhere.
That's terrifying.
And then you texted me about them and I was like, oh my god, I was just thinking about them.
That's scary. But I literally would have like vivid nightmares about like Jeff the Killer like coming into my house.
Can I be so real with you? Can I be so real with you, Kira? I used to...
If you're about to say so... Go ahead.
I used to write...
You're joking.
Creepypasta fan.
About Jeff the Killer?
All of them, girl.
What was in it? Why are you like about to cry thinking about it? You're like tearing up.
So I would like ship her.
Jeff coming into her room and he's like, you're too pretty to die.
It's a real thing. Like, it was a huge community of people. Yeah.
I need you to find these.
Fuck no.
I want to see them.
No, but I genuinely had like a little bit of a crush on Jeff the Killer. Like,
look up a picture right now. Look up a picture right now. And then look me in the eyes and tell me you're joking.
Hold on. No, wait, I have to type in some specific words here. Hold on. This is so bad. This is so embarrassing. Obviously, I don't now.
Let me see.
But, like, these were, like, all pictures that were, like, all over fucking, like, 11-year-old me's laptop.
That looks like Toji, bro.
I was gonna say, that looks like one of the fucking, what are they off of fucking Jujutsu Kaisen? Not spirits, the...
Curses?
Curses? He looks like a Like, why were they making them look like that?
Look up the actual pictures, please.
I know what he actually looks like. I wasn't like looking at these random ass pictures and I was just like, wow, this guy's hot. No, I knew the story. I was just fucking deranged.
All up in the camera, like
I was deranged.
Okay, but yeah, we're talking about
my men.
We're talking about Bella's men today.
Estimated reading time is 23 minutes.
Girl, I would just do the origins part.
You wake up at 3 a.m., disturbed by some subtle shifting within the room, just on the edge of hearing. Propping up on one arm, you survey the room, looking for some source for the noise, hoping beyond hope that you won't find one. At first, your hopes are raised. Everything seems to be silent. Everything seems to be still, but it isn't. From behind the long concealing drape of the curtain, a voice with flickering serpentine hiss whispers, "Go to sleep." Suddenly you know what's about to happen and exactly who is waiting to meet you. How do you do a serpentine voice?
I don't even know what that word means, to be honest.
Go to sleep. Like I just think of a serpent and I feel like...
like a snake.
Can you imagine him coming out from behind the curtains and he's like, go to sleep.
He's like... No, that would freak me out. That would freak me out.
If a motherfucker came up to me and was doing this, I have no fear for you whatsoever.
Girl, you're alone in your house. You see a motherfucker coming at you like this. You're not screaming.
I'm laughing. first thing I'm doing is laughing. Then I'm getting the fuck out. But like my first instinct would not be to be afraid of him. I don't think. Okay.
What time does the doctor go to? What time does the what?
You got it.
What time?
If you could, when? If you could,
When
you could.
is your doctor's appointment?
1:30.
2:30.
Oh.
I know. Round of applause.
You're a comedic genius.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. An overview and synopsis of Jeff the Killer at a glance. Firstly, for those unfamiliar with the character Jeff the Killer, the most widely known creepypasta on this character can be found here. The story is usually linked to a version of this image in which the character is shown to be noseless with bleach white skin, a leering permanent grin, and lank black hair. His little eyelids are just like...
The eyelids is like the creepiest part.
He literally
Like, forget the Joker smile, the eyes, bro.
Yeah, I know. For those wanting a quick overview, the story of Jeff the Killer goes something like this. At 13 years old, Jeff, aka Jeffrey Allen Woods or Jeff C. Hodak, depending upon who you ask, but more on that later, moves with his parents and brother Lou to a new town. Here, Jeff and his sibling encounter 3 bullies and are threatened with knives. Jeff beats these bullies badly, with Lou taking the blame for the assault and being carted off by the ever-reliable police. Guilt-ridden and depressed... Are you looking for Jeff? What's going on? Got me paranoid. I'm like, in the corner, she's like... Guilt-ridden and depressed at having Lou take the blame for his actions, Jeff's days get worse when he meets the bullies again and is horribly burnt in an attack with alcohol and bleach. By the way, that's so fucked. Like,
Yeah, no, they should go to jail.
They should absolutely...
They should be in
like,
jail.
these bullies are... The bullies had knives, right? Like, Jeff and Lou were, like, defending themselves. And the bullies were like, how dare you defend yourself? We're gonna come back at you with fucking
Not only
alcohol
that,
and bleach.
When his little brother got arrested, why weren't they like, oh, these knives belong to these other 3 kids?
Yeah.
Like...
I don't know what 13-year-old wrote this story, but... You obviously...
Get your facts straight.
You need to go to English class and develop a better plot. Writing is obviously not for you. Choose a different career.
Why are you roasting a 13-year-old?
Okay, this burning results in Jeff being permanently disfigured, his skin bleached white physically, whilst his mind, quote-unquote, snaps.
That's not possible, right?
What?
The bleaching of the skin like that?
It is.
Is it?
Yeah, that's why you can't use bleach without... You're not supposed to use bleach without gloves. It can actually bleach your skin. Yeah. Haven't you... Okay, so, like, when you bleach your hair, you know how your scalp tingles?
Yeah. No.
Have you ever gotten
because
close to your scalp?
Well, I bleached my hair and I let it rest on my neck because I'm stupid. And then my neck got burned.
But
it wasn't bleached. Like, it didn't get lighter.
No, I mean, you have to have it on. It has to be, like, a large amount or, like concentrated straight bleach for a long period of time and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like a... But I'm saying, like, when your skin gets burned and you can feel it, that's the bleach. Upon being discharged for some reason... Those are the words.
Nice.
Yeah. Upon being discharged for some reason, his doctor's apparently attributing Jeff's insane behavior to the painkillers he's taking. Jeff arrives at Holmes and proceeds to make a bad situation worse by purposely mutilating his already disfigured face.
He's silly goose.
He's such a silly goose. He's so funny.
He's so silly.
I've had those thoughts too, but it's okay. He mutilates his already disfigured face, cutting a permanent smile into his mouth and cheeks and burning off of his eyelids so that he can always see his face. Because it's so beautiful. So he chose to... Oh, I got an ad. Hold on. Who? Jesus.
Ooh, the thought of...
Stop. Guys.
The thought of him
It's
burning
the way
his
that it looks like...
off.
It's the way that it looks like he's sticking his tongue out, like, through his teeth. He's like... He cuts his eyelids off, right? So he can see his face. He, like, cuts a permanent smile in. And then he just goes in the mirror and he's like... It all makes
Mom,
sense.
get this picture.
Mom, get this picture. Like, he posed for the webcam, guys. He knew what he was doing. How did he get his eyes like that?
How is his nose? Where's his nose?
It's the way that I looked at this picture and I genuinely thought it was real for like 2 years of my
ass.
life. And now as an adult, I'm looking at it, I'm like, what the fuck
I mean, the
this?
picture is itself, like, I think it's real. Well, I don't think it's real, but, like, it was made before the whole story of Jeff the Killer was made.
You think?
No, it was.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, a lot of creepypastas are based off of a picture that was already, like, made.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was, like, when I was researching, I read about that.
Oh my gosh. Jeff then goes on to kill both of his parents and his brother Lou, meeting him with the instruction go to sleep before stabbing him and disappearing on a wider and less discriminating killing spree, which it would seem continues to this day. So essentially, Jeff the Killer is just out there killing people.
Don't come for us.
Don't come for us, Jeff. I'm serious.
Bella loves you, Jeff.
I do.
Come marry her.
I'll kiss you in the mouth. Don't tell me.
What a threat.
It's such a weird story though, because I mean, like, reading it now, obviously, like as an adult, you're like, it's not concerning at all. It's funny, but like when I was 11 and 12, I was like, damn, this guy's gonna come for me.
A lot of like the times where I was reading like these creepypastas, like they seem a lot more real when you're younger.
Yeah.
Like it seems a lot more plausible that like that situation would happen to him. You know what I mean?
What's so concerning about these stories is like, there are like 11, 12, 13-year-olds, foreshadowing, that read these stories and they take them very seriously and they let them poison their brains. And
Me personally, I could not. I would
No.
just be scared for my life.
I can't say the same because you already heard what I did
Yep.
when I read these stories. I'm just gonna look up Jane the Killer creepypasta. Ooh, she looks so like edgy.
That's like Evanescence.
I know. Hold on. I really don't know this story. Okay, sorry. Jane Richardson, more commonly known as Jane the Killer, is the protagonist / anti-hero of the creepypasta story Born of Science, Jane the Killer, and other stories such as Jane's Letter. I remember Jane's Letter. I don't remember what it was about, but I remember reading Jane's Letter. Originally, she was a serial killer who killed people to spare them from being victims of Jeff the Killer. Was she beating them, or was she beating him to them, or was she like, oh, I don't want you to die a painful, horrible death, so I'm just gonna make you die like a quick death?
I think both, probably.
Oh, okay. As of now, she's been revised to be a more heroic character and has dedicated herself to hunt down and murder the famous and formal serial killer, Jeff the Killer, for murdering her parents. Oh, so he killed her parents, and now she's like, I'm gonna fucking kill him. That's the revised version.
Okay.
So, she's like a heroine. Oh, okay, this is the actual story of her. Let's see. Okay, Jane Richardson started off as your typical girl, the talk of the town who's got it all. A lovely girlfriend, a job she enjoys, excellent friends, an amazing family, and a promising future. But in 2006, her world came crashing down when both of her parents, Paula and Bruce Richardson, were brutally murdered by the wanted Jeff the Killer, leaving Jane to have to work more and earn extra money to support herself and to support her sister. That's your biggest concern? That is your biggest concern? I don't know. It doesn't say how old she is. But I love how it's like, oh yeah, her parents are died. Great, now she has to work more.
Now she's got to support her sister.
Now she has to support herself and her whole family. How rude of them. Flash forward to years later, the government chose Jane after 25 failed attempts, aka the test subjects died, to hopefully be the one person to survive an injection of liquid hate.
What?
After 25 failed attempts, y'all didn't think to like tweak the injection?
What? Injection? What?
So after a couple years later, right after her parents are dead, the government chooses Jane because they've had 25 failed attempts of injecting people with this chemical called liquid hate. So they chose Jane to experiment on, to hopefully be the person to survive it.
Okay, and like they didn't change the recipe.
They didn't change the formula.
That's crazy.
They didn't think maybe, hey, we shouldn't be injecting people with liquid hate. Am I volunteering or are you just picking me?
No,
How did
for
you
real,
find
like
me? How did you find me? Can you imagine like some government official comes like banging on your door? And
No.
They're like, you're next.
No, thank you.
You're
Going into
getting
hiding.
injected. You're getting injected. Okay. Liquid hate is a very risky chemical formula that could hopefully power up a human's senses and overall abilities, so the number of serial killers could be slowed down. Okay, so they're just trying to create a superhuman to hunt down serial killers? Is that what it is?
But why would that be called liquid hate?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they said it's to power up a human's senses and abilities, so the number of serial killers could be slowed down. So yeah, the goal is to get rid of serial killers. Okay. Subjects would experience violent episodes and homicidal tendencies for the first minute and 30 seconds, but would act and appear normal once the episode ceased. That's a really short episode.
Yeah.
How do you experience violent? Number one, that's not an episode. You're telling me you have multiple episodes and homicidal tendencies in a minute and 30 seconds? That's crazy. I need to stop picking these apart. I'm so sorry.
At least like 20 minutes.
At least 20 minutes. Jane, needing extra money to support herself and her sister and believing that she was merely donating blood, agreed.
Oh, so she gets paid to do it?
Yeah, I guess she thought that she was agreeing to donate blood and get paid for it.
I'd do it.
Yeah, no, for real. I tried doing it and they turned me away. Jane proved to be the first person to survive the injection, which caused her peach skin color to become pale white and her hair to become black along with her eyes. Now, Jane has decided to use her newfound abilities to dedicate herself to capturing and taking the life of the man who ruined hers, Jeff the Killer.
What abilities? It doesn't describe?
Talk to the writer!
Girl, we need to have a conversation.
That's what I've been saying!
There's probably a Reddit for this.
For real. Appearance, personality. Oh, powers and abilities. I'm just perusing this because these pages are long, you guys. Like, they're long.
They got the lore.
Yeah, due to the effects of liquid hate, Jane gained supernatural abilities from the substance, such as increased strength, speed, stamina, healing, agility, and stealth. Other results included increased alcohol, drug, and tobacco tolerance, increased metabolism, running faster than a track athlete on steroids, accelerated healing, limb regeneration, vocal mimicry, and shape-shifting.
This sounds a lot like
This sounds like you guys like
the lizard from Spider-Man.
Dr. Connors.
Dr. Connors? Sounds a lot like Dr. Connors.
Dr. Connors was your magic formula.
Liquid hate.
It also just kind of sounds like they were trying to write the story and they got halfway through the plot and they're like, shit, I forgot she needs to get her arm cut off, but then she needs it in 2 more chapters.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, well,
Yeah.
she miraculously found out that she could regenerate her limbs. Like, come on. She's highly charismatic and an intelligent woman, often seen seducing criminals into getting information before killing them.
Period.
I love that. That's kind of iconic. I feel like it is very overdone for like women heroes to be like seductive and like, I'm gonna seduce you and use my hot stuff on you and then get the facts and kill you. But I mean, whatever works for you, girl.
You just entered like a character. Took over you.
I've been thinking about this. Which one do you want to do next? We got Jeff the Killer, Slender Man, Ben Drowned, Camel Cove.
Let's do Slenderman.
All right, there you go, darling.
All right, let's get this started. Possibly the most famous creepypasta of all time, and certainly the one that has crossed the most frequently into mainstream media, the Slender Man, also known as just Slender Man, is a character born of a variety of earlier influences, but which itself represents an evolution in the uses and development of folklore. If only you hadn't looked back. Though it was autumn, the day had seemed long and the brief walk towards home short. As the sunlight began to fade, you and your 2 friends left the playground behind and trudged reluctantly home, knowing that you would be forced to pick up the games and conversations the next day. The next day, that never came. If only you hadn't looked back. But you had. When you looked again, he was still there. Taller than any man could be, thinner, even the willowy branches that extended upward of the trees.
Bitch, why he kind of my type?
Where's the story start? Oh, origins. Oh, that picture's scary.
was
Why is
told-
that kid so angry?
Oh, yeah. Ooh. You got a D on a math test.
She said.
No, I thought... Okay, so... I heard a story which isn't true, but when I was scared of Slenderman, somebody had told me, they were like, oh yeah, Slenderman was actually created from a drawing that somebody did on a chalk, like on the sidewalk in chalk, which isn't true, I don't think, but that definitely made me feel safer as a kid. I was like, oh dang, he was created from chalk.
Slenderman in his original form was created by Eric Knudsen under the alias Victor Surge. He was responding to a call on Something Awful for posters to contribute digitally altered photographs that would then serve as basis for new mythologies or story. I'm so bad at reading.
It's okay.
Okay, let's read the behavior. Much with the fascination of Slenderman is rooted in the overall aura of mystery that he is wrapped in, despite the fact that it is rumored he killed children almost exclusively. It is difficult to say whether it is not his only objective is slaughter. Oftentimes, it is either reported or recorded that he could be found in sections of woods, and those generally tend to be suburban. He also has been reported seen with large groups of children, as many photographs portray. It is commonly thought that he resides in the woods and forests and preys on children. He seems unconcerned with being exposed in the daylight or captured in photos. It is often thought as well he enjoys stalking people who become overly paranoid about his existence, purposefully giving them glimpses of himself in order to further frighten them. For this reason, it seems like Slenderman very much enjoys psychologically torturing his victims. He often appears to float or drift around rather than walk, which suggests the possibility of him being an ethereal being rather than being a creature or a man. This would also explain why he is able to remain mobile in spite of his poorly proportioned body.
So the really insane thing about Slenderman is he's genuinely one of, if not the most popular creepypasta.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's had the movies made about him and everything. And
Yep.
I don't think there's really a lot of people who don't know who Slenderman is.
The games. I used to play the freaking tree game.
Dude, I play Roblox, like, unironically.
You still do?
Well, I did until I was like 19 or 20.
Can we play Roblox together? Because
Yeah.
I play Roblox unironically.
Do you? I haven't played it in a while. It's still on my computer, but I haven't played it in like a year or two.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a Slenderman game on Roblox, and it's scarier than the actual Slenderman game. It's so fucking fun because you play it with your friends.
Yeah.
And there's like a dice draw, and you can either play as Slenderman or as the person, like one of the people looking for them.
Yeah.
And you have to work as a group to find all the pages. If you're the Slenderman, you have to kill everybody.
Yeah. What's the point of finding the 12 pages? Like, why is it 12?
Just to defeat him. It's supposed to give you like I guess the whole journal put together is supposed to tell you how to defeat him or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. But being that everybody knows about Slenderman, obviously there are some bad things that have come from it.
Mm-hmm.
So we do kind of have to talk about that for a hot second. There were these 3 middle school girls that were very close. They were in a friend group, and 2 of them had decided that they wanted to summon Slenderman because that is something that people thought you could do. And so the 2 got together and they were talking behind the 3rd girl's back, and they took her to the woods and they stabbed her probably close to, 30? Like close to 30 times.
I thought it was like 13.
Was it 13?
I don't remember.
Yeah, they were 12. They stabbed her 19 times.
Okay.
And they left her to die, and she crawled out of the woods. And she lived.
Survived.
Oh, okay. So one of the girls received the sentence of 25 years to life, and then the other one got 40 years to life. After 7 years in custody, though, the one that had the 25 years to life, she was granted an early release, and now she'll be under supervision until the age of 37. So she's still under supervision, but she's out.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But yeah, it's just the fact that like children, well, stuff on the internet has always been really iffy, and the fact that children have like uncensored access to stuff like that is really scary because like we said, like there are some creepypastas that we used to believe were real.
Yeah.
And you know, some kids like don't understand consequences.
That is such an extreme.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things you can do nowadays that aren't safe, that are basic things. But like stabbing somebody 19 times, like that is such an extreme. I do want to make very clear, I know I'm joking about how like I used to believe in them and like write about them and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
In no way was I like fucking in love with them or like idealizing them. I know I'm joking about it. Like I grew up in a house that was uncensored.
Mm-hmm.
And doing that, it did teach me a lot of things at a very young age. Like I learned very quickly what sex was. I learned very quickly what murder was and what all these different crimes were. Like probably younger than I should have, but it also taught me very quickly how real the world is and how real actions have consequences. So there are benefits to it, but when you don't grow up in an environment that teaches you the bad along with the good, when you find that bad,
it's not pretty.
It's not pretty. And you think you're invincible and you're not.
Right. But yeah, back to the main topic, because this is a little sad. All the Slenderman games were pretty fun. They were really scary, but collecting them pages off of them trees and then turn around seeing him right there. Ugh.
Roblox Slenderman. Ooh.
Like every time I went on a road trip, I would stare into the woods, into the trees, trying to see him.
I used to lie to people if I was on a road trip when I was young. I'd be like, oh my god, guys, I just saw him. He was right
evil.
over there.
I would start freaking out, bro. But yeah, he definitely is one of the biggest, like, most well-known. And I haven't seen the movie on him.
Never.
I want to,
I want to too.
but I'm scared. Look here.
I'll protect you, baby girl.
Because if any of them are
He
real,
won't
it's
touch
probably
you.
Slenderman.
He won't touch you when
Honestly.
I'm around. Don't you worry. Put in a good word for you.
Period.
All right, let's see. What do we want to do next? Okay, so we have. I kind of want to do the back rooms or the black-eyed children. Which one?
You do the black-eyed children, I'll do the back rooms.
Okay. Black-eyed children or black-eyed kids in America, contemporary legend, are paranormal creatures that resemble children between the ages of 6 and 16 with pale skin and black eyes who are reportedly seen hitchhiking or begging or are encountered on the doorsteps of residential homes. I used to heavily believe in these. There are people who like swear up and down they're real.
Yeah, I've read some stories that were really convincing.
Yeah, I've read some like, so I know you said Slenderman for you. If there was one that I thought was real, it'd be the black-eyed children. I've heard way too many things about these kids.
That's fair.
A dozen of stories keep circulating, all following a very similar pattern. They might knock on your door on a late wintry night. You may see them approaching your car while you're waiting at the signal or a gas station. It might seem like they need help, or they might just stand still for no reason. These children do not look threatening. They would want to get in your house or your car. They will be persistent. Suddenly, you will notice something is not right about these children. Their eyes, pure black from lid to lid, dead black orbs devoid of sclera or irises will chill you up your spine. You have finally come across the black-eyed children. Black-eyed children or black-eyed kids is an urban legend of paranormal creatures that resemble children between the ages of 6 and 16. These creatures with pale skin and black eyes have reportedly been seen hitchhiking, panhandling, or at the doorsteps of residential homes. A dozen of stories keep circulating, all following the very similar pattern. Kids with eyes completely blacked out appear at people's homes or vehicles, knock on doors, and then insist upon getting inside. Anyone who encountered them has almost immediately felt an overwhelming sense of dread. Besides blackout eyes, these children typically appear normal. Sometimes their attire seems outdated. In an extremely unusual instance, people have reported encountering creatures with talon-like feet. I've never heard that.
What are you letting them taking their shoes off in your car? And the socks?
Put your fucking shoes back on. I knew it fucking smelled in here.
They're like, do you mind if I take my shoes off?
Yeah, like how does that happen? Are they just like casually taking off their shoes? Or are they
Right.
just walking around with no shoes to begin with?
I mean, both. Like, if some kid walked up to my door with no shoes on
And you had talent
and
like
you had talent
feet?
for feet, I'm shutting the door in your face.
You're an
Slamming it.
asshole. What if they're neglected?
Talons, Bella. Eagle feet.
Maybe
We're
they're
talking deadly, like, Komodo dragon feet. Not talking overgrown toenails, girl. I'm talking, like, grabbers. The dogs. I'm slamming that door.
like raise their foot up.
I'm grabbing the nail clippers, girl.
Give me the chainsaw.
You can come in, but just a foot. the garden shears.
Leave the feet outside, actually. Just the top half of your body. Yeah, so once they leave, weird things happen throughout the house. Cats go missing, in the original story, there were 4 cats. 3 of them went missing. 1 was found dead in the pool. Nosebleeds, diagnosed with skin cancer. So the children left, in the original story, they left them after they appeared at their doorstep and a whole bunch of weird stuff started happening.
Did they invite them in?
They asked to use the restroom.
Oh, and they did. They let them?
I guess so. So yeah, weird things happen.
I just don't. Some people are so like, if
A comment, sorry, I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
I was about to say, if a kid came in to like knocking on my door, asking me to use my bathroom, I'd be like, "Where's your house at?" Like, obviously, you live close enough to be walking up to my
No,
house.
for real. What are you doing outside? Where are your parents?
Where are your parents?
I mean, I guess if they're up to 16.
Imagine
but,
they're
like,
dressed like an old paperboy outfit, like the hat and then
Yeah.
the overalls.
See, like,
And they just come knocking on your door.
Yeah.
Can I use your no?
They're holding the newspaper with their towel.
They're gripping it with their
I have a paper for you.
Here you go. Can I come put it on your table?
I'll deliver it to you.
What delivered?
No, the top comment says, I've actually never seen these kids, but I want to. I'm very...
Okay. Death wish.
Who hurt you? Whoa. This person's going in. Hold on. We need the full attention. This person's about to explain what 3 articles I just read couldn't. Alright, so this is probably a myth, but I will try and explain. They knocked 3 times to mock the Holy Trinity. There's a tradition in the Catholic Church when one becomes a member as an adult, they knock 3 times. Now your question about asking to come in. They are asking for permission to come into the home and thus enter these people's lives. There are other ways they can enter, and in my opinion, this one is a bit deceptive as they don't really gain acceptance. This isn't really about them asking to be in a home, but more into their lives.
So
Okay.
they don't have to come into the house to curse them?
Yeah, I guess so. Thank you, Steve Michael.
I thought they had to come into the house like a vampire. Like a vampire can't step into your house.
Yeah. Somebody said, yes, if you allow them to come in, they'll destroy you.
Okay. That's scary.
Go to YouTube, look for John Ramirez and Kevin Zadi. They talk about these things, these strategies that the devil uses to destroy people, come into their home, take over. The sad thing is I fixed the grammar in the first half. Like, the whole thing is bad and I fixed it, but I couldn't think quick enough to fix the second half. Because the correct comment says, go to YouTube, look for John Ramirez and Kevin Zadi. They talk about these strategies that devil used to destroy people, come into their home, take over.
Come into their home, take over.
I'm gonna come into your home, take over.
So let's talk about the backrooms. The backrooms is a relatively recent example of internet folklore that is still expanding its scope in mythology. Essentially, the backrooms posit the existence of a place that people can slip or no clip into and become lost or trapped, an unreality behind or parallels to this reality. The backrooms are not inherently sinister on first viewing, as they appear to be simply unoccupied office space of banal manila walls, long corridors, and ugly carpets. The terrifying element comes with the idea of finding yourself there, unable to escape, trapped in the labyrinth of these corridors that is unending and eternal, meaning that there is no exit and that anyone finding themselves in this or other dimensions will be confined there perpetually. There's also the added detail that there are others or other things of an apparent malevolent nature in this environment with you. Like many creepypasta notions or ideas, the backrooms mythos evolved from... Why do I get all the ones with the hard words? What is that?
Ekphrastic.
Ekphrastic exercise it was a response to a piece of art inspired by a single image. This is a common occurrence in the creepypasta community, with the notable creepypasta stories such as Slenderman, The Rake, and even the Russian Sleep finding their origins in a disturbing image for which a fictional backstory was then proposed. On May 12th of 2019, the original backrooms image of a corridor with an oppressively bright strip light, manila walls, and no furniture was posted in Paranormal Board. See, it's right there. In response to a request for images that were unsettling or which just felt a bit off, the image was first paired with a brief explanatory text which read, "If you're not careful and you no-clip out of reality in the wrong areas, you'll end up in the back rooms, where it's nothing but the stink of old moist carpet, the madness of mono yellow, and the endless background noise of fluorescent lights at maximum hum buzz, and approximately 600 million square miles of randomly segmented empty rooms to be trapped in. God save you if you hear something wandering around nearby, because it sure as hell has heard you." That is creepy.
Yeah. I think it's really interesting that the backrooms have evolved from just like an office space into something way more extreme.
Like there's like the office ones, and then there's like those water park ones, and then there's like different levels to it, like the Hello Kitty one.
There's even like outdoors ones as well.
Like the house ones.
Yeah, or like like even in real life, like you see things and it just like gives you that kind of feeling.
Like I've been there, like I've seen that before.
Yeah, or it just doesn't look real. It looks like animated or like CGI'd.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know if you remember, but when we went to karaoke, one of the first times we went to karaoke, like the parking lot, when we looked out on that one side, because everybody parks there now, but nobody used to park on this one side of the building, and you would look there and it was just so off-putting,
unsettling.
Yeah
I
was like, I feel like we're in the back rooms right now, and Kira immediately put her car in reverse.
I said,
like,
get the fuck out.
She fucking
no thank you.
got out so quick.
Because I hate like when I like look at a place and it just feels
wrong.
like it feels off, it feels wrong.
Yeah,
like if I feel that, I'm getting out of wherever I am.
Yeah.
Like I can't.
Fight or flight, baby.
Yeah.
So essentially, it's these rooms that you can find yourself in, that have creatures in them and beings, and they just all around set your nerves on edge, and you're stuck to a life sentence of just...
I mean, there are stories about how to get out, but it's apparently very hard.
Yeah.
Like very unachievable. But some of the stories that people tell are like, I'm not gonna say that they're convincing, but they're kind of convincing. I'm not gonna lie. Like some of the stories that people have about getting like clipped in there and then like back out.
I haven't read any stories.
I was about halfway done with filing in my information when I slumped back in my chair. I hadn't gotten much sleep the night prior, and I was exhausted. As I slumped back, I noticed something very peculiar. My head never hit the wall. In fact, it felt like I went in. I got up, quite frightened, and looked at the wall. Nothing. Not a single hole or dent had been...
I have a question.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I kept trying to say something and she kept going for like a minute. Is this an origin story? Is this supposed to be like, is this what it's based off of? Or
So this is just the creepypasta it says. It doesn't say if it's like the origin. I assume that it is since it's
okay, that's what I was wondering, because I was like, this is written very much like a story, not like like an actual occurrence. So,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. Not a single hole or dent had been made in the wall by my head. So I reached to touch the wall and my fingers went through it. I recoiled in shock. What the hell was that, I thought. I reached to touch the wall again, only to find my fingers clipped through once more. Then suddenly I lost my balance, tripped, and fell directly through the wall. I'd be mad as fuck.
No, for real. I just want
mad
to
as
go to my
fuck.
doctor's appointment, the fuck?
Yeah, 12:15's coming up, girl.
I don't even want to be at my doctor's appointment.
I fell face first onto some dirty tan carpeting. I'd be mad as fuck. Oh my god. Upon getting back up, I realized that I was in a completely different room. Well, not really a room per se, more so a set of rooms, all of which connected by openings. The walls were covered in gross tan patterned wallpaper. There was also an overwhelming stench of moist carpet. I turned back around and tried to put my hand through the wall and it wouldn't go through. Okay, what the fuck?
Literally, what the fuck's going on? Literally, guys, I have an appointment.
What the heck? Guys, my appointment is in 2 minutes.
My appointment's in 2 minutes, guys.
What the heck?
What the heck's going on?
I looked back into the room. There were no windows, no doors, nothing on the walls, other than that disgusting wallpaper, of course. It was completely empty aside from a singular plastic blue school chair. At this point, the only thing going through my mind was fear, and the repeating thought of I need to leave on a loop in my head. I started running through the rooms, desperately trying to find an exit, but to my avail, there was no exit. Then, in the distance, I heard of footsteps, but not those of a human's, at least not a normal human. Alongside the footsteps was a gurgling snarl.
I was about to say, how do you know footsteps aren't humans? Well, that was an admission. I take it back.
I want to know what a gurgling snarl sounds like. Why'd you bark?
I mean, hold on. I can't, hold on.
Okay. I began to run. I ran as fast as I could from whatever the hell was approaching me. I didn't want anything to do with it. I ran for what seemed like forever, but I was always back in the same room I started in. At least it looked like the same room. Not that I could tell them apart.
I feel like I've had dreams about that.
Me, literally. So I sat down, defeated. A feeling of dread filled my body. As I started to cry, I was going to die here. I'm still there. I haven't left. I've accepted my fate. In fact, I can actually hear footsteps. I wonder who that is.
Oh, so this one is a person. Well, they think it's a person at the very least.
Yeah, so that was it.
Oh. Okay.
There's a bunch of TikToks that people make about like the level, like your month of birth, your level that you have to stay in.
Really?
You know those ones that are like, oh, your month, your
Yeah.
like cake, stuff
Yeah.
like that.
No, yeah.
But yeah, there's a bunch of like different interesting levels, and there's like
I'm about to pull one up
I
now.
wouldn't say verified, but like certain like rooms and areas and entities that are in each level, and like there's like a safety percentage of you living or like getting through the levels and stuff.
Yours is, it smells like old dust and you're unsure of what time it is or how long you've been here. Periodically, you hear banging on the door and it gets louder each time. Your safety is 68%.
Can I get how many likes does that have?
32.5k like.
What's yours?
Let's see.
July. Quiet footsteps can be heard just far enough where you feel secure in the moment. It's fun in here, but just be careful, okay? Safety is 60%. So I have a lower safety than you.
Yeah, but
Yours is scary.
what did mine look like?
Mine looks like an old, like, abandoned roller rink. Or not.
Yeah,
an
yours looks
arcade.
like a mall. I'm dead.
That's diabolical.
I'd kill myself.
That's like a hotel lobby.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You already don't like hotels.
Wait.
Okay, your month, your backrooms level. Level
Bye.
0. Oh, you got tutorial level, you fucking...
I'm gonna get tutorial, bruh.
Well, I
Oh,
mean...
look, there's the kitty one.
Kitty's house. Hell yeah.
That looks like the
It looks like Teletubbies.
It does look like Teletubbies.
Am I a Teletubbies right now? I wasn't allowed to watch Teletubbies.
I don't like that one.
No, that one feels very
I've never
off-putting.
seen that one.
I don't know.
I don't like that one.
Alright, we'll look at one more. Yours... 32%.
Come on, bro. What did I do?
It's extremely cold here. You have hold. You have unlimited pork broth and pig skins.
Are they fried at least?
Poisonous scorpions come out at night.
Dude.
My survival rate is 4%.
I'm in the woods.
Slenderman's gonna get
And
you.
for real, he wants me so bad.
He wants you so bad.
It gets pitch black dark at nighttime. Rabid and violent bears start to stalk you at sundown. You have a bag of peanuts and a can of Mountain Dew. Bitch, that's my diet. The fuck? Like, I can live off of that.
The bears?
I feel like anytime I
I'd
hear
rather it be bears than men.
yeah, give me the bear. Anytime I think of like a rabid bear, I think of the sea bears from SpongeBob. So like when I read that, I was like, I'll just draw a circle around myself and I'll be okay. In my little can of Mountain Dew.
Period, girl, and the peanuts.
Oh my gosh.
That's funny.
So yeah, creepypastas definitely are... There's some wild shit that people come up with.
And we didn't even get to the iceberg.
No.
There's a huge
There's
iceberg.
so many. There's like... And there's probably like 3, 4, 5, 600 creepypastas. I mean, like, it's a site
definitely, probably more.
that... Yeah, it's a site that people can upload to. People probably are, I don't know if people are still uploading. I'm sure they are.
Oh, probably, yeah.
But like, it's crazy.
I mean, if the Backrooms was as recent as like 2019, I don't doubt.
Oh yeah. I don't remember when that Backrooms came up, but I definitely have heard them. I only just started hearing them more frequently, like
Yeah.
a few years ago. So absolutely, it's just it's crazy that the way that they work out and the fact that they've been around for so long and the fact that I feel like creepypastas definitely started out as characters and now a lot of them are more so ideas.
Yeah.
That's really weird as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I think we are gonna go ahead and get to the end of this video. So.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Look out for watch our recent vlog that we posted last week. Go watch that. 20 minutes long, super fun, super funny, super cute. Lots of animals.
Yes.
And yeah, we appreciate you guys so much. Make sure you check out our link tree in the bio. Hit the like button.
Hit the like button.
And subscribe as well.
Subscribe, share.
And we shall see you guys next time.
Next time. Bye.